another new chess concept. It's called the Reti's idea. In this position, let's see. Yeah, it's white to play. So it's white to play and win. You might think now black is gonna win because if he moves, white moves his pawn one step forward, the king will just catch it by playing king to b4 or 7. If he moves any closer, just take it, and then white can catch black's pawn. But in this position, like there's an interesting move that helps it all. It has a lot of moves to explain this. So the Reti's idea is basically the idea is to bring his king closer to both pawns, threatening to catch the black pawn and support the own passed pawn. So that means like you had to support. You had to threaten to take the pawn on h5, and you had to also like help your pawn on c6 to make queen. At the same time, in different variations, you can switch it up. So now it's white to play, and you had to find the answer. And you can also like try this out. If you have a chessboard, you can just put this in chessboard and try to do it out. It might be easier to think, or you can just pause the video, and when you think you know the answer, just come back and tell you the answer. So in this position, the answer is actually king to g7. This first move, you might figure out. But after this, he has to do variations. He can move his king to b6 or pawn to h4. So let's go over the first. If he moves his king to b6. If he moves his king to b6, well, I would just move here. Because he'll make a queen. If he takes, it's gonna be a draw. He moves forward, I'll just take like this. So that would be a draw. See, like he can move any more squares. It's a draw. So that's why it's good for that. How did he get after these moves? How did he get this far from h8 to g5? That's because the king really moves fast in the diagonals. That's the advantage. So that's how in that variation it works. So if he doesn't move his king forward, he can move his pawn to h4, and then I would play here. And he was forward, I would just help my pawn get to the queen. Oh, I think something happened. So this is where we were at. So if he moves his pawn forward, I'll just move here. He moves even forward, that's too far, the king can't catch it. So I just switch pants to making my pawn the queen. If I do this, here, he might even like, before he does that, he might even do this. Or I'll just defend when playing here. And then if he does this, here, they both make a queen. So it's a draw. He at least saved this game. So now we'll just go on with the move where he moves. So now he can do that. Well, now let's move back. Now he does this. He doesn't need to move this after he moves here. I mean here. So now, well, after you do this, like there's some variations that you can like think of from here. Well, these are the main two variations. If you think of any others, like you need to solve on your own and based on what I said. So now if he moves here, then he doesn't just move on. If he does this here, this position, then same thing. I'll just move here, and then here. So, and now, if he just after he does this, if he just keeps moving on, same thing. Well, now you can just do this, and then, he might do this, and then here, same thing. So that's basically the overall thing of the Reti's opening, and this Reti's idea, not Reti's opening, like the Reti's idea is based on a chess player called Richard Reti. And he's an Austro-Hungarian player later Czechoslovakian, and he like I don't know if this was like he studied this was for this position was another game and he found out this answer, or it was this position, or he first found Reti's idea when he was playing a game. I don't know about that, but you can search out Reti and look at his games and players for this. So this is called Reti's idea that Reti had done in his games before, or he searched it up. So and then Reti, there's also another thing called a Reti's opening that Reti also created. It's called a Reti's opening. So you can also search that up and learn it. It is pretty good. So that's for today's video. So and see you on my next video. Bye.